Good morning, happy Thursday. Can you believe we're just on the blink of the weekend? We're just about there. Talking about the weekend, I'm going to tell you something in a moment or two. But of course, I always say of course, some of you might not already know. Welcome at the show, this is Wake Up Call. You're going to find it every single day, Monday to Friday, 9 AM here in the UK. But you guys stateside, you could be watching live, 4 AM Eastern time, 1 AM Pacific time. Although many of you actually get up or stay up to watch because, like you guys, as a crafter, certainly for you guys on the Pacific side where it is round about 1 AM, you tend to just carry on crafting at that time of the morning, don't you? So you can be watching us live if you are, but you can catch back whenever you like. Not just for you guys stateside here in the UK, across Europe, anywhere in the world, whether it's Wake Up Call or any of our shows on Crafters TV, you can always catch up either across on our YouTube, or if you go on our website, you can catch back as well. And then even with the website, what you can be doing is you can be shopping and watching at the exact same time. So if you want to do that, you can see the link right along the bottom there, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu, and that's going to take you straight to the website. Maybe you just want to have a little peruse of the products that we bring to you. Then you can then, of course, go straight across, have a look and shop till your heart's content. As we say, it's the shop that never shuts. Now, what I also want you to do is I want you to get interactive with me this morning. So it's me, Oliver Mike Todd, for the next hour, well, just under an hour. So I want you to, either on YouTube or, of course, on Facebook, what I want you to do, let me know how you're going to spend your Thursday. Are you going to be doing very much? I've got Wake Up Call, and then Sarah was meant to be on the first craft fall. I was switched. I'm doing the first craft fall in a couple of hours, and then after that I'm going to go home and do a little prepping for the show. So a nice lovely Thursday afternoon crafting. What are you going to do? Maybe you're going to be doing a bit of crafting. Maybe you're doing some housework on a Thursday, so you don't need to do it on the weekend. Maybe you've got a little bit of food shopping to do. Maybe where you guys stateside or across Europe, if your shops aren't closed, because obviously here in the UK, we're still on lockdown apart from essentials. Maybe you're going to go out. If you are, then of course stay safe. But do let me know on social, as I say, either YouTube or of course on Facebook. And I've got the comments coming through already, coming through. Crafty Cats, we've got Mary, we've got Katie, and we've got Laura as well, reading out your comments throughout the show. But with it being Thursday, it does mean it's a Throwback Thursday. So before we show you a picture, do you actually want to have a look at my Throwback Thursday, which is from 2 years ago today, was my very first Facebook Live, certainly on the USA page. Look at this. Look. Can anyone remember that? That was going to be Sarah. Sarah was doing the Facebook Live for you guys across in the US of A on the USA Crafters Companion page for HSN. But then what she done is she wrote me in. So she started it, and then I kind of then took over. Wasn't embarrassing or nerve-wracking, as you think, despite the fact she was in the next room. She was in the next room watching. But that was my throwback. Can you believe that was 2 years ago? 2 years ago today since I'd done the first one. And look how far we've come. Not only have we got a brand new studio, we've gone from that Facebook Live to me having my own show in the mornings, Wake Up Call with Craig. So gosh, how much can happen within 2 years? But what we are going to do is we're going to then focus on what we usually do when it comes to the Throwback Thursday. And this is giving you the chance to actually win either a £20 or a $20 voucher. All you need to do is guess who this is. Who is that? Now, that is one of us on the crafty team. Who do you think it is? Get your comments of your guesses in, and one lucky winner is going to win either a £20 or a $20 voucher. I'm going to be announcing the winner towards the end of the show, and you can then be spending across on our website. Talking about our website, we have got, starting right now on Wake Up Call with Craig, is double points all weekend. Starting right now on our website, we have got double points, including the freebie frenzy as well. I know, what a weekend to get crafty with your crafty products. So if you want to see anything I'm going to showcase coming up throughout the day, maybe it's going to be tomorrow, maybe it's going to be Saturday or Sunday, remember, you're going to get double points. So whatever tier you are, when it comes to our Club Inspire, you're getting the double points. So an awesome incentive to get shopping for your essentials. Even if it is just your essentials, such as your tape runners, your glues, adhesives, anything like that, you're going to get your double points on that. But if you want to see something else that you're going to get your double points on, this is our current weekly Get It, Got It, Good. Here we go. This is our Spectrum Noir hint of. So this is where you're going to be getting six packs, but you're getting 6 pence inside. £41 here in the UK, $62 in the United States of America. That's going to work on its own, or it's going to work in conjunction with your Spectrum Noir range. That is your Get It, Got It Good. So there we go. This is now, these end on a Sunday, so this is your chance to get a hold of this week's current Get It, Got It Good. Remembering, you are going to be getting that good incentive deal plus the double points as well. So always worthwhile checking that one out when you're across on the website. £41 here in the UK, $62 in the United States of America. Still goes for you guys across Europe as well. You're just going to go onto .eu and all your prices and incentives will be there too. Now, it's Thursday, which means it's a cartload, but it's not just any old cartload. We're spoiling you today. We've got, well, really, it's a 3-hour cartload, which then automatically is going into a craft vault. It's with Sarah. So Sarah's doing the full 4 hours. You don't need to come out of Facebook or the website or YouTube. You're just going to watch cartload, watch it for the 3 hours. You're going to stay where you are, do nothing, and it's automatically going to roll into craft vault as well. So this is going to be incredible. So let's go through everything to expect to start with. So 11 a.m. here in the UK, 6 a.m. Eastern time or 3 a.m. Pacific time. It's going to be craft vault with myself. Then what you're going to be doing is later on tonight, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern time or 11 a.m. Pacific time. That is going to be the second craft vault, which is then going to continue straight after cartload. Then what we've got as well that you can see right there, we've got masterclass. That's with Debbie, and that's all about the foil press. Don't worry, foil press is on, so I was like, I have to have it in Wake Up Call. So we're going to be showing you the foil press just shortly. 1 p.m. here in the UK, or of course 8 a.m. Eastern time, 5 a.m. Pacific time. And then, as I've alluded to, we're going right into cartload. So kicking off at 4 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. That's going to be with Sarah for the full 4 hours. Sarah and Joe holding the fort for the full day on Crafters TV, and that is then going to go right straight into a craft vault. So you're not going to have to miss anything, come out of anything, do nothing. Sit with your cup of tea, maybe a little tipple, depending wherever you are in the world. It's Thursday, go for it. Apparently, I genuinely did not know this, but we've got, as you will always know, we've got Laura and we've got Adam in the gallery. Morning, Laura. Morning, Adam.
Morning.
Oh, you didn't do it on the speaker?
Morning.
Oh, we didn't hear Adam. Oh, well. Laura was just saying it's drink wine day today. There you go. So it would be rude not to. Maybe you don't want to have a little wine, maybe you want to have something else, of course. Drink responsibly, but why not? It's a Thursday. You can go for that. Maybe a little cocktail. Who knows? But here we go. We're going to be kick-starting when it comes to, what we're starting with, Laura? Day for cartload. So we're going to go right over at the end of the day for cartload. Check this one out. This is our spiral die. So this is our Gemini spiral pop-out die selection. 21 elements in total. £50 here in the UK, $59 in the United States. Here in the UK, you're saving $14.95. You guys stateside are saving $15.75. These are relatively new. These are going to add a lot of fun to the insert of your cards, but why not pop them into your front of your cards if you want? So you don't just have to use them on the inside. Remember, you're getting double points. That's going to be a really good saving as well, because that price that I've just said there, that's not including your Club Inspire discount. So if you all in Club Inspire are going to get that extra discount as well, depending on what level you are on. And then what we're going to be going over isn't the masterclass with Debbie Fisher. Queen Debbie Fisher is in the building. Well, not yet, she's not, but she will be. She's going to be showing you the foil press. Just like me, she adores her foil press. So you can see all of this bundle, 24 elements in total. That's your Gemini foil border and foil, cut and stamp, cut. This is 24 in total. £95 here in the UK, $112 in the United States. Now, once again, I'm going to go down to that saving, $16.93 for you guys here in the UK, or $19.93 for you guys stateside as well. Already a smashing saving there, but then what you can then do is bringing in your discount, you're getting your double points as well. It's going to be a win-win. Nice combination of some of your smaller ones that we're going to be using, but we've got some of these larger platforms or these larger stamps as well. So worthwhile checking that out when it comes to Masterclass. Then what we are ready to do, this is going to be on Craft Vault. Now, just to say, what I'm going to show you in Craft Vault is going to be coming up later on today on the second Craft Vault. However, Sarah's going to be showing you completely slightly different things. This is all about our tri-blend, Spectrum Noir tri-blend Peacock collection. There's a reason for that. £13.61 here in the UK, $19.46 in the United States of America. Either way, you're getting a saving of 35%. Still get your double discount as well, so double points, which is going to give you more of a discount when it comes to your Club Inspire. It's called the Peacock selection that you can see, and that's because they're going to work perfectly colour-wise with your Nature Garden Peacock collection. So always go back on Crafters TV, whether it is YouTube or on our Facebook. But we would always say, go onto the website. It's the best way to catch back because you can shop at the same time. Look at your past shows when it comes to Nature Garden Peacock collection. The very first craft along we done a couple of weeks ago with myself and Ben was with the Peacock collection as well. So these are going to be really good to start colouring in. We are going to do a bit of colouring, but we did, as you know by now, I have brought my favourite stamps in, which is from the Knitwit collection, and we'll do a bit of colouring. Just to say as well, you've seen the strap along the bottom as well when it comes to the website. So let's have a little look. Let's see what everyone is saying. Crafty Cat is saying, good morning all from a very wet Barlick. Oh, where's that? Where's that, Laura? Adam? Barlick. Barlick. B-A-R-L-I-C-K. Never heard that one before. Just to say as well, if you've seen the show yesterday morning, let's hope my reading on the iPad is a lot better than it was yesterday, because that was horrendous. Trust me, big shout out to Joe and Ben, who can do all that reading and that as well. I get all my words jumbled up in that when I'm trying to read live, you know. Laura will tell you, say me try to do pre-record, it's like 49 takes trying to do a pre-record. Give me live, don't know what it is, I seem to run better on live, who knows. We've got Jacinta saying good morning or good afternoon if you're across the ocean. I'm going to attempt to stay awake for the next hour because I always appreciate Craig's excellent demos. It's well past my bedtime. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate it even those that go to sleep or miss the show because of sleep or any other reason, but you come back and watch. But it's also nice to know that so many of you actually either get up or stay up as well. So thank you so much. It's so kind of you. Mary saying good morning from Ireland. Katie Good. Oh, I thought it was Katie Good. See, didn't start well, did it? Katie, she's saying, good morning, everyone, from a dark and chilly California, 1 a.m. We were just talking about California a moment ago, myself and Laura, about the Cecil Hotel on Netflix. We won't go there. Worthwhile having a look if you want to see that. Actually, are you anywhere near? Are you near downtown California, Katie? Are you? Cecil Hotel? Just be interesting. Glad it's not freezing here today. Stay safe, folks. Absolutely. The rain is on. There is absolutely no snow at all, but it is wet, that is for sure. And we've got Laura Simmons saying morning from Seattle. Lynn is saying good morning, Craig, the CCTV crew and everyone. Good morning to you. A couple more. Liz Rees Pedler is saying good morning, Craig. It's very black here in Dormston this morning. Thinking about pouring down of rain. Well, it's already pouring down out there, or at least it was. And then we've got Melissa saying, good morning, everyone from Kentucky. And Amvila Jean is saying, good evening from Guam. Well, good evening to you too. Get your comments in. Just say hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Or you can then, of course, let me know what are you doing for the rest of today, right across the bottom, Facebook or on YouTube. But let's go into Nature Garden, which is all about our tri-blend pens. I've got all my tri-blends here. Now, I'm going to say when it comes to the details on the screen, when it comes to the tri-blends, it's not misleading in the price-wise, but when you look at that, when you look at the actual, either the pack shot that we call it or my pens, you're getting 6 pens. Quite good, you know, for tri-blends, awesome. But what we've then got is the fact of, you've actually got 3 pens in 1 pen. What I mean by that is, for instance, this one here is the green turquoise. So what we have got on this one is the light end, so that's the light shade. Then we've got the dark shade on this side, but then in the middle we have got the mid-tone. So with this one here, the codes all correspond also with the Classique, so it's the same colours that run through the Classiques, but instead of having all the full pens, when it comes to the Classiques, you're nice and condensed with the tri-blend pens. That's a good thing with them. So cost as well as space-wise works really, really well. So everything that I have just shown you a moment ago, as well as what you've seen on the screen, you're getting all of them. So the 6 pens in total, but what you're going to be getting them is 13 1961, or for you guys stateside, it's 1946. And then what I'm going to do is brought in a piece of our Nina cardstock. Check the website out. It was out of stock just last week when I checked. If it's still out of stock, it will be coming back in very, very soon. But because it's the tri-blends, what I'm doing is I'm going to be using our alcohol-proof ink. I'm going to use Flagstone for this one, and we're going to stamp our image out. So if you're new to stamping, we're taking our stamp, and because this is an alcohol-based pen, we need our alcohol-proof die. This one, it shows you've got the alcohol pen there, so making it very, very simple for you. What I will do then is let's stamp our image onto our Nina cardstock. And we're just going to press that into place so we get a really good image. Pressing that one in, and when I remove that one, we have got that crisp, clean image that you can see there when it comes to the Knitwit collection. So now, what I'm doing is let's take that out of the way, and alcohol colouring, what we do is pop a bit of cardstock underneath. This is going to not so much protect your backdrop of your stamp, but what's going to happen is it will bleed as the more colours and the more layers that you do, but what I say is the cardstock kind of catches it, but it also helps retain it into the cardstock as well. So pop a bit of cardstock, any card, it could be an expensive card. Now I know obviously this flower being, it could be a rose, it could be a peony, but what we can do is bring in these cool colours. So I'm going to show you from up above, very straight away. I know why obviously they want to go these with the peacock collection, because you've got that peacock colours that run through, whether it is the peacock, the plumage of the peacock, the body of the peacock, it just looks phenomenal. So let's go for the bright pink blend. So we're going to go in, not forgetting it's double points as well, so whatever you get on the website, it's double points. So we can then bring in the light end here. So it's exactly what I've got here is the light end. And what I'm going to do is let's go into the centre here. So I'm going to lay down the colour first, the light colour. We're going to lay that down all the way up. I'm going to come about 2/3 of the way up. And that squeaking noise, that's a good noise. That's a really good noise. You know, if you can hear that, then we're on a win-win. And we're going to colour them in. So what we can then do, pop the lid back on, and now we're going to flip to the dark side. It always makes me chuckle when I say that. I should go to the deep shade or the dark shade or something, but we're going to the dark side. Light side to dark side. And then, again, circular motions. So we're going to colour this in, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come just maybe about 1/3 of the way up. So we're just going about 1/3 of the way up with the deep shade on this one. Then what we can do is flip into the mid-tone now. So go into the mid-tone, and now we don't want to come straight over the dark shade. What we want to do is just where that dark meets the light, we want to just cross over. Once again, circular motions. We'll cross that one over, and that is going to blend the colour in. So that's going to blend the dark into the mid that we're doing. And the reason we've popped that light down first is that's kind of priming your cardstock. It's going to give it a base for the alcohol to sit into. Then what we're doing, now as we've come as far to the end of the original light, we're going to finish that off, going back to the light side, and we're going to finish that one off by circular motions again, just where that mid-tone ends, and we're going to pull that out. Now, don't go all the way throughout with your light pen again, because it's alcohol pen. What would happen is if you go over all this colour, you're bleaching the colour out. So you're actually making it, all of it lighter, which in turn will make all the same shade. That's not what you want to do. It's alcohol based, so the alcohol will evaporate, and then what will happen is I can already see it starting to happen before my eyes. It takes minutes, it's not as though it takes hours, but the alcohol dries, evaporates, and you're left with a seamless blending. Now straight away, can you see from up above, we have got that dark shade on the left, and we've ran into that light shade when it comes to that petal. Let's take the turquoise green for this one, and we're going to do the same, but we'll do it with the leaves in this case. What I would always say as well, with going to Facebook, go onto our Spectrum Noir design team. We've got Sarah Kay, who designed our birth floral stamps. We've got Nicole. All of these, as well as the girls and the guys, are incredible colorists as well. So check out their work when it comes to the tri-blends. But what we're going to do again is we are going to go into circular motions. Now you can, as you get more confident, you can go into all these little nooks and crannies and areas where there's going to be depth, there's going to be shading or even light. But what we're going to do is to keep it very, very simple on this occasion. We're going to go in with the light tone. Once again, so lay that down. Let's go into the dark side now. And once again, we're going to start by going into the base, and we're going to colour about a third of the way up. Lay that colour on. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of a heads up in a moment with the Throwback Thursday. So if you missed that photo to start with, we're going to be showing you that just in a wee moment or two. And this is going to be your opportunity to win either a $20 or a £20 voucher to spend on our website. You can be spending it whenever you like, but from now up all over the weekend, it is double points. So if there is anything you want to get your hands on, it's definitely going to be worthwhile having a look this weekend. But what we can then do is leave it like that. And then you'll be able to see it again. We'll see it from up above. Straight away, look at that leaf. That will continue to evaporate and blend into each other. But you would then carry along. You don't need to do a flower that colour, but you could do maybe Peacock Collection, but you can see how you can make it completely different. That's a good thing when it comes to the stamps. You can do any colours that you want, and that's what's good about the tri-blends as well. Maybe you don't want to invest into a full collection of the tri-blends. Maybe you want to try them out. Maybe you want to give them as a gift. Maybe your son, your daughter, your grandson, your granddaughter are maybe doing, arts at school. I know with them being off school at the moment, maybe get them this gift. They could then obviously start their colouring, because there's reasons. There is reasons why some of the best artists out there are coming onto our Spectrum Noir brands of colouring, and that is because they are getting incredible, incredible detail, dimension and depth. All of them is coming from our range when it comes to Spectrum Noir and our tri-blends. So there we go. We've got the tri-blends there, the Nature Garden Peacock Collection, $13.61 here in the UK, $19.46 in the United States of America. You're getting a saving of 35%. You're getting the 6 pens, but in each pen you're actually getting 3 shades, and that is going to be an incredible saving when you go onto the website and you see your Club Inspire discount, because you've got the double points as well. So that is what's coming up later on today in Craft Fall, 11 a.m. here in the UK, 6 a.m. Eastern Time, 3 a.m. Pacific Time. Right, so let's have a little look. We'll see if any more comments are coming through in a moment. But what I want to do is I want to give you a little more of a heads up when it comes to the Throwback Thursday. Have a look at this picture. Who do you think that is? Who on the TV team do you think that is? Do let me know. Just get your comments coming. Just say, who do you think that one is? One lucky winner will be announced at the end of the show by myself, and you're going to win either £20 or a $20 voucher. So go across either onto Facebook or onto YouTube. You can be letting us know. But just to say as well, even after the shows and that, what you can do is follow Crafters Companion UK, USA, myself, all the Debbies, Fiona, Jan, all of us on the team on Instagram as well as Facebook. Type in our name, end it with CC, and our Facebook and Instagram will pop up. Here we go. Let's have a look. But I will warn you, as I'm never off Instagram anyway. So there you go. Certainly the stories. Do like a good story. Sometimes it's random and pointless, but it's not always about crafting. But you seem to like that. You seem to like the non-crafting stuff as much as the crafting. Susan saying good morning, Craig and crafty friends. We've got Tammy saying good morning from Poolsbo, USA. I'm going to be organising my craft room. Get your pictures in. If not necessarily for this show, get your pictures in through all the shows today on Crafters TV, whether it's Masterclass, whether it's Cartload, or whether it is, of course, Craft Fall. If you can't do them in the first Craft Fall, let them come through onto the studio at crafterscompanion.co.uk. Hopefully myself and Joe will be able to share them for you. I will say though, with Cartload, it's going to be action-packed. So if If you don't see any pictures coming up, then that is why, but you've still got all the other shows that you can send your pictures into. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Jinsei is saying, I just got my foil press delivered yesterday. I'm so excited to bring that into my crafting. Perfect. We're going to be showing you that in a sec. Jennifer, I fell in love with my foil press with all of the Christmas designs. Brilliant. Glad to know. And we've got so many are popping in as we speak. So we'll read some more out just shortly. But talking about the foil press, this is what's going to be coming up in Masterclass with Debbie Fisher and Joe. It is all about the foil press. I've got mine lined up ready to the side here. So this is where what you're going to be getting is a selection of your foil press stamps. However, some of them are also going to be having the outside die with them, or the inside. You're getting kind of like a curator card. You're getting a Baroque within this one. You're getting butterflies and blooms. You're getting Art Nouveau. You're getting Art Deco. All of these 24 elements, and you're getting another 2 as well. There we go. So you've seen on the screen there what you're going to be getting within that full set. They are £95 here in the UK, $112 in the United States of America. So you can see you got a nice good save in there. Always check out the website, onto the website, and then click on the show, and that is going to give you the full rundown as to what you can peruse, maybe pop into your basket as well. Always to say as well, worthwhile checking out the show, because sometimes the actual products are launched on the website before the actual show, so check them out. But foil press. So what we're going to do is, we're going to show you, I have got some bits and pieces here to the side. Now I need to let this one just heat up. I need that to heat up. So let's show you some of the things that you can be doing with your foil press. So I'm going to bring all these bits and pieces here. So what we can then do is let's take all of these together. Now what we can do is, let's show you now, candles. So candles, there is techniques across on our YouTube, but as well as past Crafters TV shows about the foil press. And this is where you're going to foil onto tissue paper, pop it around your candle, and then heat. Of course, we would say for decoration use only. Then you've got your fabrics as well. So you're having a look. This is one of the foil press stamps that you're going to get. Large one here. Foiling onto your fabrics. Then we're going to be showing you this design. I'm going to show you the butterfly one, I'm sure I'm showing you. But this is the one where you've got the foiling detail, but you've got the die to go around it, and you've also got the die to go in the middle to create the aperture. Then what we've got is we've then got this full strip one here. So again, this is a large one that you've got there. But then we can be doing all these different fancy ones. We've got butterflies that not only foil, but they actually come out. They die cut at the same time, leaving the body in. What about the back of envelopes? What about the back of envelopes? Imagine that, how these work here. So we're just waiting on this heating up. So you can see again. Now this is where what you're going to be doing is able to do kind of like your faux bleaching effect, because what happens is the foil actually resists any of your watercolour. So you can do these effects as well, but then you can also be doing things like your concept cards, your diorama cards, all of these different things using your Ultimate Pro, your scoreboards, etc, etc. So what we can do is let's move that one out of the way now, and hopefully this is then going to be ready to bleep in a moment. So let's just move that out of the way, out there to go. So what we can do is I have brought in a piece of our white smooth stamping card with the foil press. You can be using your glitter cards, your matte cards, your fabrics, your acetates, your vellums, all these sorts of materials there. The reason I brought in the smooth card is because I'm actually going to be foiling onto acetate. Trust me, there is something there. This is acetate. This is heat-proof acetate, because that's what I had to hand underneath our counter here. You don't have to use heat-proof acetate. Any acetate will do, including the packaging from your dies. And then what we can do is we're going to use the butterfly and blooms frames. And this is a good, sizable one. So what we can do is this one here, if I show you this one, the inside bit, this is what is then going to foil. So we can then take this middle one, and you can see this is what it looks like. We call them foil press stamps because that is what it does. It stamps basically the foil into place. Then you've got your outside die that you can see here. And there is lots of techniques across on Crafters TV on YouTube and our website where you can actually, it shows you how you can foil using your normal dies as well. But I've got some gold foil, and I'm telling you, this foil press is it's like a kettle. You know when you're waiting on it boiling, and you're waiting and waiting and waiting? It is going, it should be here in a moment. But I've got my gold foil, I've got my papercraft foil, not multi-surface, papercraft foil. I can feel this is just about to temperature. What we would say, when it comes to your when it comes to your foiling, most of your materials are going to be using your papercraft foil. That's including things like your fabrics and your acetates and your vellums, that sort of thing. The only time you would tend to use your multi-surface foils, and that's for things like your real leather, because you can foil real leather, your real heavyweight materials. But here we go. We're going to go all the way up here to 28 seconds for this one. With your foil press, I'm not going to go into it in too much detail because we've got past shows. You do get a matrix that kind of explain the size and the time that you need to pop it on. We've got it on low. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to pop that one on into place. I like to put my carbon plate over the top. We're going to press start. That's doing the countdown. The reason I like to put my carbon plate on and no one else on the team does, it's, for me, I just feel it retains the heat. Instead of the heat just evaporating and disappearing, the carbon plate retains it. Sometimes, because of that, you will get little bits of overfoiling. If that happens, take the carbon plate off while it's heating. That's my theory, and it works for me, and so I keep doing it. Give it a shot at home. Beeps to let you know that it's ready. So what we can do now, bringing in our foil, so our gold papercraft foil, shiny side down. We are then going to bring in our acetate. So again, just to say, this is heat-proof acetate, but you can use any acetate. Hunky Dory's heavyweight acetate, our heavyweight acetate, or your packaging as well. Then 300 GSM card, piece of cardstock we've got there, and then we're going to pop our carbon plate over the top. The reason we put our extra shim of cardstock in is because the acetate is really thin, as you would do with vellum, you just need to help bulk it out slightly. So that's where that piece of cardstock comes into play. So this one is going to come out, and as this one comes out, let's bring in a piece of cardstock as well. So we can then take this one away, and then straight away from up above, you see that impression. So basically, it's stamped, the foil. If I then remove that off, look how gorgeous is that? How unbelievably gorgeous is that? We've foiled that, get rid of that glare for you. There we go, look at that. So that's foiled onto our acetate. Then what you can do, just to say as well, with your foil presses, you do come with your finger guards, your heat-proof guards. Doesn't get overly hot for me, so that's why I handle them. We're going to pop that back in because I'm going to show you something in a moment or two with the foil press as well. But what we can do is let's bring in a piece of our mirror cardstock, and this is where we're going to incorporate the dies that come with it. So let's just cut it down to, I did do 5 by 5. Let's go 6 by 6. And then what we can then do is start to frame our design. So let's move these bits out of the way just now. And then we're going to bring in this die. So what I would do is have a look at your image, because you can see you've got the butterfly here to the bottom right-hand side, but you might want it to the left-hand side, you might want it at the top, so the butterfly's coming down. It's entirely up to you. Let's do it that way. So this is the way it's going to be. So this is where we want to pop our die. So we can pop our die into place, and then we're just going to use this and pop it through as if it is a normal die. So let's pop that one in. So this one can come into place here. Then what we can do is let's bring in our plates. So we're bringing in our base plate and then our top plate. So plastic, magnetic, and then top plate. And we're going to be running that one through. So this is just one of the foil press borders and foil stamp and cut dies, 24 elements in total. You're going to see it in a lot more detail on Masterclass with Debbie Fisher and Joe. £95 here in the UK, $112 in the United States. You're getting that really good saving, but as you all know by now, all of you, most of you, will already be in the Club Inspire, which means you're going to be getting even more discount, and you're going to be getting double points starting right now, all the way through the weekend. So always worthwhile checking that one out. So then what we're going to do is this one that I needed, Craig, not that bit. Let's bring this one back in. So we can now start to frame our design. What you can even do, if you want, let's take this little bit. We can then bring the center die in, and we can run this one through. Now, keeping in mind, if you were to foil cardstock or any other material, you could be using these outside dies and the inside dies to cut around the design as well. So you can be creating kind of like the inner page effect, the outer page effect, frames, could be part of a shake. Imagine a foiled acetate shaker front card. That would look incredible. So many different options. So now that we've got this inner part here, what we can do is let's use our tape runner for this one. So we're going to go just along the top, and I'm going to do this for quick and speed. But what I'm going to do later on, after the first craft vault, I'm going to come back, have a wee play, and see what I can create with this. So let's pop that one on, and then I'm going to trim the acetate from the top and the bottom. How lovely even does it look as it is there. You could then maybe pop it on the front of a photo if you wanted to. It could be in the middle of a little scrapbook page if you want to, on the front of a card if you want to. But because I've cut the center piece out separate, what we can then do is, using our adhesives, pop this into place. We can match that into the center like that one, press it into place. Now look at that effect that we've got there. So it could be any cardstock that you've got at home, but I've used our gold mirror card, and then what's happening, even straight, actually look at that, straight onto a card blank, maybe a sentiment, you're getting sentiments within this bundle as well, and then that would be your card done. A mixture of mirror card, you've foiled onto acetate. It could be vellum, it could be glitter card, it could be any different materials like that. But that is just one of what you're going to be getting within that bundle coming up on Masterclass. £95 here in the UK, or of course $112 in the United States. UK, you're getting a saving of $16.93, and then you guys US of A are getting a saving of $19.93 for that one there. So worthwhile checking them out if you've not already got them. So let's pop this to the side, have a look at your comments, and then I'm going to show you something pretty smart when it comes to the foil press again. Kind of a bit like a hints and tips. So let's move these bits out of the way, come back later on and do something with them. So foil press is good to go. What I'm going to do is I'm popping my foil press time up to 45 seconds, and I'll explain that in a moment. But let's have a look. Let's take a drink as well. We've got Kate on YouTube is saying, for the tri-blends, this is such a gorgeous pink. So obviously the pink that we used, gorgeous colour. Kathy Myers on Facebook, I have so many orders coming. I think it's Christmas in February. Excellent. Send your pictures in. Let us see what you have got, whether it comes on obviously email into the shows, or also share them on our Facebook as well. Love to see. Ray saying you love colouring. Laura is saying the colours are so crisp. That's what you're going to get with our Spectrum Noir alcohol pens, whether it's tri-blends or classiques or even illustrators. Karen is saying, good morning everyone, with a smiley emoji with the sunglasses on. Certainly don't need the sunglasses today, that is for sure. She's saying, all the pens are amazing, which they absolutely are. And then we've got a question. Liz Donlan on YouTube, Craig, can you foil onto Centura Pearl? You can foil onto Centura Pearl. You can foil onto Adorable Scoreable, onto glitter card, matte card, mirror card, satin card, which is basically matte card, watercolor card, smooth card stock. You can do all of these different things. You can absolutely add them. You can foil onto a piece of fabric, then sew it onto a shirt, Obviously, the shirt's not going to fit through your Gemini, large Gemini, but you can foil onto a piece of fabric and then sew that on if you want. So yeah, you can do so many materials that you can then foil onto. So talking about the foil press, what we're going to do is let's bring in a piece of our red foil. So this is our papercraft foil. And I've popped it up to 45 seconds. Still on low, but we're on 45 seconds. Now this technique, let's pop it up for a second. This technique is the only one where you layer everything up together, then do the countdown. So think about all your die cut pieces. So die cut your sentiments, die cut your images. We have got our spirals coming up very, very shortly. So I've already die cut the heart. So I want to foil my heart. Foil my heart. Such a great idea. I would absolutely love to take credit for this one, but literally about 10 minutes before the show, producer Laura in my ear had said, could you foil these ones to show how you can foil them and then do the demo after? Great idea, and it worked. So we've got our foil, we've got a die cut heart, which could be any die cut that you've got at home, 2 shims of cardstock, so this is our smooth white stamping card that I use, magnetic shim from your Gemini Junior, and then your carbon plate. So we've layered all them up together and we're going to press start. That's going to do the countdown. So it could be things like your creator cards. Can you imagine die cutting the creator card and then running that one through with your foiling, changing the look completely? It looks incredible. Maybe it's a sentiment that you've got at home. Maybe you've got things like your white cardstock, maybe your ivory cardstock, a little bit of pastel cardstock, but you don't have your mirror card, you don't have mirror card, any of these really elegant colours. All you need to do is, if you invest with the foil press or invest in the foils, you can then be foiling all your own sentiments and images as well. It's going to look spectacular and it's going to look absolutely cracking when it comes to your foil press projects. Beeps to let us know. Sliding it out, always slide out your plate, and we're going to run that straight into the Gemini Junior that you can see here. Everything I show you, you can absolutely do with the Gemini, large Gemini, using the extender plate, or if you do have the larger platform, you can be using that as well. So let's remove all of our layers. So taking them all off here. So taking our layers there, and then here. So this is what it's looking. So the shim is also acting as a protection so that you don't foil onto your carbon plate. If you do, don't worry, your carbon plate will still work perfect every time. Let's take that plastic backing off. Now look at this. Look at that. We've now got our heart, spiral heart, that we have foiled, and look how incredible it looks now. So for instance, your spiral pop-outs, foiling these ones, that you can then see how I've done 2 of them, which we are then in a moment going to move on to our next demos that you can see. Adam, absolutely, you could foil both sides as well if you want to come along and go into the foil press, or just use your cardstock. Looks really, really spectacular when it comes to that one. I'm just checking, Laura, I was just staying on the foil press for a couple of minutes. Right, yo, so funny enough, talking about create a card then, I wasn't sure if we were moving on to the spiral demo or still in the foil press. So we'll stick with the foil press just now. Instead of doing red, let's go for a bit of gold for this one. Now the reason I said our large creator cards is I have taken our cross. This is from our large creator cards that we can see here. Ornate cross, and I've die cut this out just into our white smooth stamping card that you can see here. So I've already die cut that one out, and then what I'm going to do is that heats up. It'll just take a moment because we've already been using it. So what we can do is, oh, there we go, beep to say that it's ready. But what I'm going to do is cut my foil to size. So as we run that one through, let's move all these bits to the side. And what I'm still going to do is use our 2 shims that I used to start with. So let's bring our foil press back into place. What I've done is, because just like our spiral hearts, we're foiling a die cut piece, we are then using our 2 shims that I used a moment ago. So let's bring in our papercraft foil, lay that one down, shiny side down, We are then going to put our cross over the top, and it fits our foil just perfectly. I'm even going to move it down slightly. So let's move that one down very, very quickly. Get a hold of the ends, pulling it, and then pop in our 2 shims over the top. So let's pop that one in, and again, I've just cut them to size 2. Magnetic shim, and then our top carbon plate. 45 seconds so we can press start. What I would always say, and what I done, if you can, is invest in a second magnetic shim for your foil press. You can use your Gemini Junior foil press in with your Gemini Junior magnetic sheet with your foil press, and just keep changing them and using them in conjunction with each other. But of course, if you can invest in a separate one, it just means that it's saving you from chopping and changing. So this is then going to do the countdown. This says when it comes to the foil press, coming up on Masterclass, 1 p.m. here in the UK, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 5 a.m. Pacific Time, with Debbie Fisher and Joe for the couple of hours. And they're going to be showing you all things foil press when it comes to Debbie, who loves the foil press as well. Beeps. So we're sliding that one out now, and then we're going to run that one through into our Junior. I always hold on to it just until it starts to feed all the way through. You will hear that resistant noise for a time being, but remember, you do have all of these different layers, and you need that pressure so it's pushing the foil into the die cut piece. So let's remove all these bits out of the way now, so we can peel all this. So we can see, so this is, even if I had obviously used what we've done for the heart, but you could be using that as well. So if we then peel this one off, let's actually keep it on the purple plate so you can see. Let's remove this. So if I had lined up my foil a bit better, look at that. So that was white into our white smooth stamping card, but then by foiling it into the gold, how incredible. Mike, what about just into a window? What about on the back of a piece of acetate? You could colour the bits in if you want to, you don't have to. But now, instead of going out and getting your gold cardstock, if maybe you can't reach to certain months, then just foil it instead. Get a load of foils, and you can be foiling all your die cuts as well. So if it's, if you are doing anything when it comes to Easter time, or of course anything if you're doing things for the church, or anything when it comes to religion, it's going to work really, really well. So much so that I am also going to do something with that later on today, because I didn't try it, I knew how it would look, but what I thought I would do is make something with that one. Anyway, let's have a look. Get your last chance to get your comments in when it comes to Throwback Thursday. We're going to be announcing the winner in 10 minutes' time. Who is this? Who, when it comes to your TV demonstrator, is in the picture there. So get your comments in, either, of course, on YouTube or Facebook. I'll announce the winner in 10 minutes' time. One lucky winner is going to win either a 10? I'm doing it out here. £20 or $20 voucher for you to spend on the website. And you're getting it just in time for double points this weekend, which starts right now, basically, within this show. So there we go. There's one for you to look out on. Right. What we're then going to do is we're now focusing on Cartload, which is coming up at 4 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time. The Gemini Spiral Pop-Out Die Selection, 21 elements in total, £50 here in the UK, $59 in the United States. Keeping in mind you're getting double points, and then therefore with that price that you see on your screen, with Club Inspire, you're even going to be paying less. Complete win-win, absolute win-win. So let's have a look. We've already foiled our hearts. So what I had done previously, let's bring in the die set just to show you. So this is how it looks. So you get 2 hearts, and they come on 1 die. So you would die cut this just like any die cutting you do at home. Run it through your Gemini, your large Gemini. Of course, we always refer to the Gemini. That is our machine. It's our machine of choice because 1, we love it, and 2, it is the best one out there. So many experts will be using it. But they will go through any of your die cutting machines at home. Size dependent, of course. Gemini Junior size upwards. So what we can do is let's set them out of the way for the time being, and let's bring in our tape runner. So I've done piece of mat and layering already, and we can pop this into the middle. So I cut this to 6 by 6, and then what I've done is I have taken the left fold and I've just chopped it in half, and I've also taken a piece of Mats and Layers. This is from our patterned Centura Pearl 12 by 12 pads, and we can position that one into place here. Then what I'm going to do is also within the set you get a butterfly spiral. So I've taken this mat and layer from one of the other paper pads, and on half of it I've popped adhesive. So for anyone wondering, I've done it so that the white is 4 1/4 inches, the blue is 4 inches, and then the pattern is 3 3/4 inches. So let's pop that one into place. So we can then bring in our hearts here. So what we're wanting to do then is we're wanting to overlap the hearts. So you can then bring in your tacky glue or your tape runner. Let's do the tape runner for this one here. And I'm going to add adhesive just to the bottom of the heart. So we can pop the adhesive on, and let's get the adhesive going. Popping it on right to the base. And then basically what I'm doing is I'm going to set that one straight over the top, and I'm pressing the point of the top heart onto the base of the second one, and we're going to press that one into place. So then what we can do is if I hold that one in, and I'm going to take this first heart, I'm going to take the last heart, and you see how you get that spiral pop-out effect there. So then what I can do, again onto the back of the heart here, let's pop a little bit of adhesive there. Then on the front of this heart, I'm going to pop another piece. I'm going to watch I don't press hard because I don't want the back piece to stick. So let's pop our adhesive on. Let's get our wee mouse going. Bring this back in. So what we can then do is we can sandwich this into place. So if I pop the first heart in, get it where we want. So I'm going to position it within the middle, and then I'm going to close this one over and then press. And then what I've done, in matching pearlescent cardstock, I've taken one of the butterflies, but I've popped a couple of pads on the back. The pad in the middle of the butterfly is on 2 layers, and then these 4 are just one foam pad. That's then going to go into the middle, and we're going to press. That's then giving us height around the butterfly, but then as I open, look at that, springs. So what you could do is exactly what Adam said. You could come along, and once you've foiled the front, there's no reason whatsoever that you can't foil the back of it. So then you're going to see a full red foiled heart. Alternatively, what you could do, if you do have red mirror card, you could cut out your red mirror card with the hearts and then foil the back with your red foil, and that will look spectacular. Or what about rainbow effect with your foils? That's Laura's idea again. Full of the ideas today, Laura. Really good ideas. So you could then be doing your rainbow foiling if you want with different strips. Maybe use green foiling and foil on the back with gold foil. Just so many different things. So many different things that you can do. Lots of multiple colours would look quite spectacular too. So let me go DL card that you could be doing, and then you open them up and then they spring out. So we just need to pull these out. You can see springs open, part of the spiral pop out. Could be 5 by 7. You can do them in different ways. Again, they're just so much fun. They're good to play with and use for the kids. Look at that, just boings out. Always using the 2. Let's see if we've got other ones other than the heart. Here we go. We've got birthday. Within the set, you're also going to get these happy birthday dies, or sentiments anyway. They will be different in each set. Let's see if we've got a different one. I think this is a heart. We're going really monochromatic, and even going blacks, whites, and grey, so you can see them. And then last but not least, we have got, look at this really long one that you can see here. So opening up, and we've got all 3. How spectacular is that? So much fun within these ones here. So you can see them in a lot more detail and a lot more demonstration when it comes to cartload. So that's going to be 4 p.m. here in the UK, or of course it's going to be 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time. Remember, cartload is going to go straight into craftball as well. So you can see all the details there on your screen. A moment ago, just when it comes to the spiral pop-outs, which are £50 here in the UK, $59 in the United States. But let's have a look. See, for the last time, what everyone is saying. We've got Ray is saying, if they showed pictures of me and my siblings, even though we were years apart, everyone would say we look like triplets. Really? It's funny how some twins can look nothing like each other, and then brothers and sisters years apart can look exactly the same. Funny, that one. We've got Jan, going to be using my foil press today, watching the masterclass later on. Absolutely more ideas, different ideas from Debbie compared to what I like to do. Then we've got Hannah Hicks on Facebook when it comes to foiling. I got these during birthday week. I need to get them out again and play with them. They are lovely. We'll tune into Debbie and Joe on masterclass. They're going to be showing you a lot more things in which you can be doing with them. Lisa saying aloha. She is, oh, you need sunglasses where you are, on Honolulu. Oh, well, one day we'll get on our holidays, eh? One day, whenever that'll be. And then we've got Rebecca on Facebook saying the new floral dyes would look awesome foiled. Absolutely would, wouldn't they? Incredible. Right, I'm away to announce the winner just shortly, but still got like a moment or two. Who is this? Who is this on the screen? So who is our expert? We're going to be reliving that in a moment or two as to who that one is and who the lucky winner is going to be. But of course it's Bernie. Of course, it's our Bernie corner. Look at that picture of her. Yeah, everything seems to be shouting out at seaside and sun. And oh, look at that one. She's on the beach as well. Why can't we be on a beach? Why can't we be on a beach? Gosh, only, if only. Rightio, so let's go. We've got winner Julie Barlow on YouTube. You said that it was Bernie. Congratulations, Julie. What I need you to do is email prizes@crafterscompanion.com just with your name and just say that you were the winner of Throwback Thursday on Wake Up Call, and the team will send across that voucher for you to spend across on our website, which, not forgetting, is double points, but kicked off in this show and it's running all weekend. So there's a nice little prize for you to kickstart your weekend. Talking about weekend, we are coming to the end of this show. Tomorrow being the last one before the weekend. However, the day is not out. There is still loads ahead on Crafters TV. Kickstarting in an hour's time with myself, not Sarah. It is 11 a.m. here in the UK. Of course, 8 a.m., 6 a.m. Eastern Time, 3 a.m. Pacific Time, and it's Craftfall. We gave you a little sneak peek just shortly. Second Craftfall is later on today, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, or of course, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. I'll tell you more about that in a second. But what we've got is we've got Masterclass with Debbie and Joe at 1 p.m. here in the UK, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 5 a.m. Pacific Time, which is all about the foil press. And then we've got Cartload. It's a 3-hour Cartload with Sarah, starting at the normal time, 4 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time. However, it is 3-hour Cartload. As soon as Cartload's finished, it goes straight into Craftfall. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to come out. You don't need to refresh your page. You don't need to do anything like that. Sit tight. Maybe just run and get a cup of tea or a drink or anything like that. Get a biscuit, maybe your tea, wherever you are in the world, and just keep watching. That's going to go automatically straight into Craftfall. So that's going to be jam-packed full. Always is, but when Sarah's on, and it's a cartload, and it's 3 hours, and it's going straight into a second Craftfall, you know it is going to be action-packed. Don't forget now, I've been saying it all throughout the show, whenever you are shopping on our website all throughout today or over the next couple of days into the weekend, you are going to be getting double points. Now's your opportunity to get any of these really good deals, or if you are wanting to then just get some accessories or kind of your essentials, your glues, your tape runners, cardstocks, anything like that, you're going to be getting your double points. But then of course, you've got that opportunity as well when it comes to the website, is getting these additional deals that you'll see. Is it Freebie Frenzy? Is it Freebie Frenzy? Absolutely it is. Across on there. So many 3 for the price of 2 deals across on our website. crafterscompanion.co.uk.eu or .com, and that's going to be where you're going to go to get all your goodies when it comes to Crafters Companion. That is me now. We are back tomorrow. It's Friday. Can we hear that? We're going to be joined by Hilary. She's going to be popping in because it's Friday. It means that it is game day. which means that's going to be a lot of fun, but we are going to be kickstarting for the weekend. How well do you know your ink pads? That's what I'm going to be up against when it comes tomorrow. That's going to be up against the test when it comes to my knowledge in the ink pads and with Hillary. So that's going to be fun. Have a lovely rest of the day. I will see you in 1 hour and 1 minute time and 3 seconds. Have a lovely rest of the day. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you at the exact same time tomorrow.